Have you ever felt like you're pushing, you're pulling, you're prodding, and you're striving to make things happen in your life? I've been there. Like you're trying to mold your own future with your own hands, forgetting that God has his hand on you. That you want your life to look a certain way, but God already has a purpose and a plan for your life. God already has an important and pre-planned destiny for you. We're going to dive in today to what it truly means to let go and let God. We're going to hear what God has to say about your destiny and about his perfect timing in your life. He is not a one-size-fits-all God. Let's get into what he had to say. Stop trying to make things manifest. This is for the church. Track with me now. Someone has a word for the congregation or for their YouTube audience, and we try to make it one size fits all. We try to make it our own. I've done that many times. We try to make it manifest in our lives right then and there, and maybe it's not for us at all. That's maybe not what God is doing in your life. Maybe that word is not for your current now. Stop trying to manipulate God's ways. They are not our ways. My ways are not your ways for sure, says the Lord your God. So wouldn't it make sense that perhaps just maybe that a blessing that I want to give to someone may be just that? It's for them. That doesn't mean that there aren't blessings coming for you. It means that that blessing was for that person now. Stop trying to manipulate God's system. You couldn't possibly understand what I'm going to do in your life. Stop trying to take individual prophecy and make it one size fits all. Not everyone is prepared for the blessings that I have planned for you. They are for you. So instead of being disappointed that a blessing that happened for others on YouTube was not for you now, be grateful. Be thankful. I know the perfect timing. I have the perfect plan. Stop looking at what seems to be denial for you. I have not denied you. Wow. Listen up. He has not denied you. Hear me again, says the Lord. I have not delayed it either. But your plan is especially for you. And I have installed the perfect timing. I am perfect. However, you are not. That's a reminder. He is perfect and he knows all, and he knows the best outcome. You must be prepared and you must be ready. Otherwise, it could destroy you if released at the improper time. Timing is everything, says the Lord. The timing was perfect for Joseph, even though he had to wait years for it to happen. Genesis chapter 42, verses 6 through 11. Now, Joseph was governor over the land, and it was he who sold to all the people of the land. And Joseph's brothers came and bowed down before him with their faces to the earth. Joseph saw his brothers and recognized them, but he acted as a stranger to them and spoke roughly to them. Then he said to them, "Where do you come from?" And they said, "From the land of Canaan to buy food." So Joseph recognized his brothers, but they did not recognize him. Then Joseph remembered the dreams which he had dreamed about them. And he said to them, "You are spies. You have come to see the nakedness of the land." And they said to him, "No, my lord, but your servants have come to buy food. We are all one man's sons. We are honest men. Your servants are not spies." Now let's go back to Joseph's dream, and we can take a look at how this manifested in his life. The dream that God had showed him years before. Genesis 37, 5 through 8. Now Joseph had a dream, and he told it to his brothers, and they hated him even more. So he said to them, "Please hear this dream which I have dreamed." There we were, binding sheaves in the field. Then behold, my sheaf arose and also stood upright. And indeed, your sheaths stood all around and bowed down to my sheath. And his brothers said to him, "Shall you indeed reign over us? Or shall you indeed have dominion over us?" So they hated him even more for his dream and his words. That was intense. So the timing was perfect for Rahab as well, to save her and her family, to save their lives, and to save them from demise, from them losing everything they had as well as their lives. Let's go there. Joshua chapter 2, verses 8 through 13 says, "Now before they lay down, she came up to them on the roof and said to the men, 'I know that the Lord has given you the land, and that the terror of you has fallen on us, and that all of the inhabitants of the land are faint-hearted because of you. For we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you when you came out of Egypt, and what you did to the two kings of the Amorites who were on the other side of the Jordan, Sihon and Og, whom you utterly destroyed. And as soon as we had heard these things, our hearts melted. Neither did there remain any more courage in anyone because of you. For the Lord your God, he is God in heaven above and on earth beneath. Now therefore, I beg you, swear to me by the Lord, since I have shown you kindness, that you will show kindness to my father's house, and give me a true token, and spare my father, my mother, my brothers, my sisters, and all that they have, and deliver our lives from death." She had timing. She had the perfect timing of God. She waited on God, and he delivered her in her family in more than one way. We know that she was a prostitute, and somehow she ended up in the genealogy of Jesus. Wow, what a turnaround story. What a destiny. God knew all along what her destiny was, and he knows yours. Even for King Nebuchadnezzar, which the grace of God, he was given a second chance. King David had a season that he had to wait on God, right? Even Jesus, the Son of God, had a season and a timing that was the perfect timing for the redemption of the world, right? That was the perfect timing of God. Your life matters to God, just like King Nebuchadnezzar's life mattered to God, just like Rahab's life mattered to God, just like Joseph and his brothers who had betrayed him. Their lives mattered to God. He spared all of them. He's spared us many times, I'm sure. I'm sure there are many stories of redemption out there, of God's love for you. So don't you know, with that being said, that he has a purpose and a plan for you? Your destiny matters to God, and it's in his perfect order and his perfect timing. God has more to say about this subject, so check out my next video.